If we're going to be back to back, that means that one rank is facing the opposite direction as the other.
Well, I mean, formed up in a column back to back, rather. Like, okay, so when like you deploy from a single into a double, that's kind of when it happens. But always maintain the spacing. I'm gonna make sure that gets done tonight. But there's two stages of the line. Company left face, so line and column. We're now back in a line. What we're going to call these individual rows of 2 men is going to be a file. So you want to maintain the spacing between your files, and you also want to be sure you're hugged up right against the files. So I forget the problem I was already trying to address with. So
Okay.
we'll let Tagathan go.
Just hug your backpack in front of you.
Company left face. So we'll go over the counter-rail order because we didn't quite get to go over that. So company forward march. Remember, a counter-rail is just an 180-degree turn to whichever way the officer says. Company counter-rail left march. Like so. Remember to turn where the officer turned.
Cut it sharp and don't round it off. Follow the guy in front of you.
Just take a nice leisurely stroll outside the gates.
Try to avoid using your A and D keys. If you're running up against the guy's backpack, just let off W for a split second and continue running. Just give him a little space.
Company hold.
Shouldn't be wiggling back and forth.
Remember proper spacing. Company right face.
Alright,
Oh, I didn't notice that.
let's give a little room to the ends there. Let's give it a little better space.
A little bit tight here.
First few files are really good, but the end. Remember to stop a little early and then step up into the formation. Don't just run up. That's why it's kind of important while you're marching to have a little bit of spacing too, and you're not right on them. Because if the officer gives a sudden halt order, it's gonna, traffic jam all the way to the back. So you got to be prepared for that.
And remember, I'm seeing a slight. Someone's hot micing. It's gone. So, I am seeing a slight bit of a banana. What a banana is like a bend in the line. So you want to make sure your your shoulders are level with the person next to you on both sides, as to keep the line nice and straight. The reason we don't like bananas, so if someone was, like a line was going to shoot, they could only shoot 2 people rather than the entire line. Oops, that should not have happened.
Thus, the result of that.
So y'all know not to make Tagathan angry. Who did you kill? King of Battle?
King of Battle, yeah.
Just toss him around a little bit.
So, we can also march well in a line like this with the by guide order. It's what a by guide is a staircase march formation from one side or the other. So when I give the by guide march order, the person on directly next to me would go first. Once he starts moving, the person next to him will then go, and so on and so on. So from above, it would kind of look like a staircase. So company, by guide left, forward, march. Like so. While we were marching in this formation, I can turn the line with a wheel order. Company left wheel march. Company right wheel march.
User joined your channel.
Now for that, you don't necessarily need to go to where the officer turned. You want to keep the line just how it is. Marching. Company hold.
Okay, so apps when we're running through that formation, if you're in the front rank, you're gonna run a step, you're gonna maintain the same spacing, but you're gonna be a couple steps back. So try not to follow too closely to the other file. Otherwise, when you stop and form up, your spacing will be a little tight. Just try to keep that in mind.
I'm seeing a bit of a banana, guys. You want King to die again? Let's mix it up.
You need to step up a bit.
Yep. So you want to be level with the person. A good way to tell is using your tilde key. That is right next to the 1 key and above the tab.
Right. Let's take a couple steps out, King. Give him some spacing. A little tight.
In the back
There we
rank,
go.
you
There
always
we
want to
go.
be right up against your meat shield. Unless they're trying to move back to, you know, fix their spacing. Alright, looks good.
Alright, so the second part of that, front rank, you know, try to maintain where you're at in the line. It's a little different. We say staircase because when it comes to a stop, it's going to form the line. Also, if you're in the second rank, you're just going to follow the guy directly in front of you. Don't weave in and out of your file. Just follow him directly, and when he stops, you stop.
Remember to always use your mouse to guide you and don't use your A and D key. Company by guide right, forward march. Left wheel march. It's okay to slow down a bit or to make the lines nice and organized. Right wheel march. Company hold. So when you're
Beautiful.
stopping in line, you want to just kind of wiggle your way in, so you'd like slow down, just tap the W key to find your proper space.
Oh, I'm so happy right now. You guys
Yes,
look
that's
amazing.
very, very lovely, guys.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Alright, company about face. So, another marching order we can do in a line like this is a goose wheel order, which is similar to a by guide order, but from the middle of the line. So, I will designate one person, let's say Inix, and he will then, when I give the march order, he will then follow me. Once he moves, like the by guide order, the 2 people on his sides will move right after he does, causing
User
a
joined your
staircase
channel.
out from the center. So from above, it would look like a V, hence the goose wheel. So company, goose wheel, forward, march.
It's also the easiest way to train people to do it.
In this formation, I don't necessarily need to call out movement orders when I'm turning, unless it's a really big turn, like that order would be a drastic right or left wheel. So company drastic left wheel, march. Company hold.
All right, back
Remember,
rank, step it up, back rank. Get
Be
up there.
directly behind your meat
You
shield.
want to be able to kiss the back of his neck.
Josh.
Pretty good. Over, so you can
All right,
step
Zack,
a little
we're
bit forward.
close. Take a step to your right, and then Quinter, take a
There
step.
you go.
There you go. There you go. A little more. Almost got it.
Other than that, looks pretty
Good.
good, guys.
Perfect.
Inix, Oberst, and Davith, you have fallen in battle. Please step out of line. So what we're about to go over is dressing. So in combat, it is we will take casualties. There's no way around that. So what we need to learn to do is to dress the line to keep it nice and organized. So let's say I am on the left side of the line. What we'd have the back rank do is they would step up to fill any gaps in the line. So
Hey, can you 3 stand orderly so you're not distracting them? We're trying to teach. The faster we get this done, the faster we can screw the EPI.
so the back rank would then step up to fill any gaps in the front rank, and then they will move over to whichever side the officer is on. So Goonies, you would move all the way to the left. To the left, Goonies. There you go. and everyone else would follow, and then the front rank would then fill up any spots that need to be filled in the back rank to make it nice and orderly. Exactly like that. You three step back into line. Go ahead, you three. So, Panther, please step out. Richtofen,